make a mistake on is when we perform prostration. The rule is 7 of our body parts should touch the floor, 7. And the 7 is the feet should be always on the floor. It cannot be elevated while we are down. And some people do that. Huh?
Yeah, it's common.
Yeah. And then obviously the knees, so that's 4. And then the hand.
But not like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this.
So the palm, right?
Not like this. Some people do it like this.
هذه سماه الرسول
Should be
صلى الله
like
عليه وسلم في الحديث سجود الكلب، يعني زي الكلب لما ينام بيعمل الحركة دي.
Our Prophet, peace be upon him, he gave example of this, putting your hand like this, is the prostration of the dog. We should not do that. Prostration is coming like this, right? So again, it's 2 feet, knees 2, that's 4, 2 hands, 6, and then the nose and the forehead, this area. So it's not only the nose, it's not only the forehead, so this whole area should touch, so that's 7.
طبعا ولا يشدد في لمس الأنف، يعني يكون هو لمس خفيف.
يعني don't as well press your nose where it is hurting you. Just a little touch.
Another thing which came up that one brother was debating with me and another brother about is a hadith mentioning about coming down into prostration or sujood like a camel.
Yeah, like a camel.
But
this one after you finish ruku and you stand up. When you go to sujood, like you do this motion. Like you have when you go to sujood, you have to do like this one. This is the sunnah. The other one, which is the wrong one, is like this.
Knees
this,
first.
Then, knees first.
So
This is
how
what
what's
they
the
call
sunnah?
camel.
Which one is the sunnah?
The sunnah is you have to do like this, like
Yeah.
this. Even
Okay.
when you stand up, like you have to do the same thing.
Okay.
This one is called the camel one.
Okay.
yeah.
See, I didn't even know that. I've been doing the camel one all these years.
I do the
تعرف أنت هاي؟
بحس انه more healthy.
You exercise.
مش عارف.
Okay.
طبعا عايزين نأكد على حكاية البطلان دي، يعني إن لو ما أتمش ال7 أعضاء ده لا يعني صلاته باطلة.
As well, we need to stress the point that if you don't touch 7 of the body parts, 7, the prayer will be voided.
اللهم إلا إذا كان معذورا، يعني عذر صحي إنه ما يقدرش يوضع أحد الأعضاء.
Of course, of course, with some exceptions, if somebody medically cannot put one of his parts, then okay, he's forgiven.
طبعا من بعض المسائل هنا ماذا يقول الساجد للسهو، يعني إذا واحد سجد السهو إيش يقول في السجود؟
So let's say if a person have forgotten something in the prayer, so he needs to perform the prostration of the sahu, which is the forgetting. احكي لنا عن سجود السهو شوي احسن اذا سمحت لان هذول كلهم
Yeah, if he forgets something or he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if he prays 5 rakahs instead of 4?
يسجد سهو.
So he doesn't need to repeat the prayer.
No.
So let's say a guy pray instead of 4, 5, right? Which happen to all of us sometimes.
Yeah.
So what you do, you in the last rak'ah, you perform 2 prostrations, extra prostrations.
بعد
then,
التشهد طبعا.
of course, you say tashahhud, huh? And then you perform 2 extra prostrations.
What if you already, I don't know the name for this, but you complete the prayer?
تسليم.
After you can do it.
Can you do
What is it?
أيوة.
taslim?
Taslim?
Yes.
So if you, let's say you prayed 5 rakah and you didn't realize, then you make taslim, you complete the prayer, and then you, oh wait, I prayed 5 rakah. Then you can still make this,
Yes.
what's it called, sorry?
سهو.
Sahu.
سجود سهو.
This is
Sujood
happened to
sahw.
me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these mistakes I have done them. And more.
But I did not make sujood.
Sahu?
So
You have to, especially if you have followers behind you. It's mandatory you do it.
Even if they corrected you. Because
Yeah, they
sometimes
can.
you go to stand up for the fifth ruk'ah, and some of the
say
followers will say Subhanallah,
But what
and
should-
you don't.
but
But
you
still
sit.
you have to do the salah.
What if they are women who want to correct?
They clap.
Found this out recently.
طبعا ماذا يقول في سجود السهو؟
Now we go to the point that we were talking about earlier. What do you say when you do the prostration for the forgetting prostration? What do you say? Do you say Subhana Rabbil Ala? What do you say?
طبعا أنا في الصف السادس كنت درست في مصر سنة، فسألت أستاذ لي، طبعا هو لا يمثل العلم بأي صفة، هو أصلا شغال سباك وفي نفس الوقت شغال أستاذ. والله مش نكتة، بس ده حقيقة.
بالله عليك.
أي والله. فقال لي أنت إذا سجدت قول جل من لا يسهو، جل من لا يسهو. واستمريت على الخطأ ده يمكن سنين. جل من لا يسهو، جل من لا يسهو.
الشخصيات المصرية هذه أنا أحبها كثير. تشوفوا بين البيضة والحجر بيلعبوا.
أيوة جل من لا
So our brother, he said that when he was younger, he had a teacher, Islami, Islam.
لغة عربية والله.
He is Arabic teacher, but in reality, in Egypt, that guy was a plumber, and he doesn't know anything. So he asked him. He said, "Look, what do I say when I perform the forgetting prostration?" So he told him, "You say that Jalla man la yasu, that Allah only don't forget." And he kept saying it all his life to find later that it's wrong. That guy told him to say that. The plumber, huh?
وطبعا الواجب هو يقول سبحان ربي الأعلى.
The right answer is you say same thing, Subhan Rabbil Ala.
طبعا مكتوب والواجب في ذلك مرة واحدة وأدنى الكمال 3 مرات. يعني انقلى مرة واحدة، انقلى 3 مرات.
You could say 1 time is sufficient or 3 times is sufficient as well. أنا أحب الشخصيات المصرية زي كذا، بس أحب أشوفهم هيك.
مو الحق عليه عنده أبو عبد الله وبتسأل.
جل ما لا يسوء.
خلينا نجيب سيرة الأستاذ ده. الأستاذ ده مرة كان عايز يعاقبني. العيال بيتكلموا كتير في الصف. قام راح قال إيه؟ إحنا عندنا بنات وأولاد طبعا في الصف. فقال البنات يقعدوا جنب الولاد.
هيك بعاقب.
عشان ما يتكلمش. العيال فرعوا طبعا. فأنا جيت واعترضت، قلت له لا أنا مش هقعد جنب بنت وكده. فقعد استغرب ليه؟ ما ينفعش. قام رايح قال لي أنا هجيب لك كرسي المدير بنفسي. ونزل المدير واخد الكرسي بتاعه وقعدني في أول الصف. فمن ساعتها عرفني.
مميز.
So it's some funny story that happened with this guy and our brother. This guy used to penalize people to sit the boy next to the girl. So if you are naughty, he will tell you, now I'm going to sit you next to the girl. And when boys don't like to sit next to girls. So he told our brother Amr, he said, you go and sit next to the girl. He said, no, I will not do it because this is haram. Because his father tells him. He says, I will not do it, this is haram. So the guy was proud of him. He told him, I'm going to go down and bring you the principal chair and let you sit on it. So he went down, he brought the principal chair and let him sit the first row on the principal chair. Sabak. Plumber.
But this is my point, that maybe the plumber wrote some articles on Google with his rulings. So we don't need to take those.
Yes, you're right.
So you studied in Egypt? You were
1
born
year
here,
old.
right?
1 year old.
1 year only.
Yeah. ورسير.
جل من لا يسوء.
هو نفس الأستاذ
He
ده.
said worse.
نفس الأستاذ ده.
But that 1 year affected you a lot, huh? The guy taught it.
ونفس الأستاذ ده كان مرة عمال يشرح في الدين طبعا. سبحان الله، الأستاذ ده بيدرس دين برضه، مراته بتدرس موسيقى. والله العظيم.
He said the same teacher, he teaches Islamic material, he is Islamic teacher, and his wife teaches music. So how can this teaching Islamic and his wife teaching music?
Does he teach Sharia compliant plumbing as well?
Unbelievable.
طبعا كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول بعد التشهد: اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم، اللهم وأعوذ بك من عذاب القبر، وأعوذ بك من فتنة الدجال، أعوذ بك من فتنة المحيا والممات. 4 أشياء أستعيذ بك بعد التشهد.
Our Prophet, peace be upon him, يعني بعد التشهد خلاص يعني تخليص.
بعد خلصت التشهد إنك حميد مجيد، آخر تشهد كنت راح قايل إيه؟ اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم.
هي بالصلاة نفسها.
وخلاص قبل ما أسلم.
هاي من الأدعية.
أنا ما بعرف هذا. تقولها أنت؟ والله أنا ما بقولها.
هي وربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة.
أنا بقول ربنا آتنا
في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم.
Allah, our Prophet, peace be upon him, used to, before doing the final tashahhud, salam alaikum.
You said before.
Sorry, after the tashahhud, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah Rasulullah, and before saying salam alaikum. So it's the last part of the prayer. He used to ask Allah for what's the right word? يعوذ.
Protection.
Protection.
Or refuge.
Refuge. So he used to seek refuge from 4 things, right? أول حاجة؟
اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم.
Allah أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم. Allah, I seek refuge from from hell, from عذاب جهنم, the pain of hell, literal translation. Okay.
اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب القبر.
And I seek refuge from the pain of the grave.
وأعوذ بك من فتنة الدجال.
And I seek refuge from Dajjal. You told me once what?
Antichrist.
Huh?
Antichrist. This is common translation. Antichrist.
Antichrist. And I seek refuge from the Antichrist. Fitna of Antichrist.
أعوذ بك من فتنة المحيا والممات.
And I seek refuge, fitna of, what do we say fitna?
Fitna is one of these ones which is difficult to like trials and tests,
No.
tribulation.
No.
Sedition.
Fitna.
We chose one last time.
Trials.
That.
Sedition.
Sedition maybe.
But
Better.
nobody knows what this means. So.
Sedition is a better word, I think.
I think yes.
Yani, and then I see refugees from you, from the sedition of this life and the afterlife.
I think
Or temptation.
This is
maybe.
one of the words that
Temptation?
we need to learn what
Huh?
it means.
Could be, yes.
We just-
Temptation is a good close enough
like,
meaning.
sorry, if you see some of the books that translates to English, they don't translate certain words from Arabic.
Yeah.
Maybe fitna is one of them because there's no good match.
Yeah.
Like usually they don't translate Allah.
Yeah.
They keep it as Allah.
Allah. But I think, Harlan, temptation is very close to it.
You mean sedition?
Temptation.
Temptation?
To what? To fitna?
No.
No?
Not from what I know.
You understand fitna what it means?
I know exactly what it means, but I can't give you one word in English what it means. Even when you look it up, you won't find one. You'll find,
Sibara.
yeah.
Anyway, okay.
طبعا لا يجوز للمأموم أن يسلم قبل سلام إمامه ولا بعد ولا معه.
Of course, the follower of the leader of the imam, they cannot say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah before him or with him. They should always do it after him.
This is true for all actions in the prayer, isn't it?
Yes.
So here it says fitna is unrest or rebellion. Unrest or rebellion, especially against a rightful ruler.
But this is a kind of fitna. That's what I mean. You can't.
It's a kind of fitna.
It's maybe contextual as well.
Yeah.
Like depending on where the word fitna is used.
أنا يعني to me
It is close to temptation.
يعني knowing Arabic and English I would say temptation is the
Temptation.
closest meaning of it.
Yeah.
But it's not here at all.
It's not because the
But
problem
Google doesn't speak Arabic, tell them.
they don't.
Exactly.
Plus you have to have somebody
Here
who
it is, look.
understand both.
Temptation, trial, sedition,
Yeah,
civil
temptation.
strife.
See the first one.
You see the first
Mine
one.
is before.
I think it's alphabetical.
I'm not saying sure.
Is it alphabetical?
not.
No, it's not.
You see the first one, here it's temptation.
But see, it's not one either. It's four.
Yeah.
They're very different things in English.
Muhammad said he won this one, buddy.
You're smart, but not all the time. We get some shots sometimes.
It says temptation, the first one.
But my point is, it's not just one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Temptation, trial, sedition,
Civil strife.
Trials is far away, I think.
I think temptation very close.
Seditions is as well could be, but if people don't understand
Actually,
it,
Sheikh Osama gave a good definition of this last week. Fitna, an explanation. Fitna is anything that leads to sin.
Yeah.
Okay, as well.
Is that what he said?
That's right.
Yeah.
As in temptation.
Yeah. Or sedation as well. But maybe people don't know what. Okay, go on.
Sorry.
الصلاة إلى سترة. يعني إذا صليت إيش حكم السترة مبدئيا؟ معروف السترة؟
هي هذا
So the other thing is, what is the ruling of sutra? Sutra, it means when you pray, you have to put something in front of you, like this piece of wood. What is the ruling of that?
طبعا الصلاة إلى سترة سنة في الحضر والسفر. يعني سواء كنت مقيم أو مسافر لازم.
The prayer with sutra is our Prophet tradition, whether you are traveling or in town. So it's
في الفريضة والنافلة يعني ما تختلفش يعني في الفريضة لازم
mandatory and in sunnah prayer, both.
طبعا وفي المسجد وفي غير حتى
In the mosque or in the house.
لعموم الحديث إذا صلى أحدكم فليصلي إلى سترة وليدنو منه يعني يقرب منه.
From the hadith, if somebody praying, he should pray with some sort of sutra and or guard or something and close to it. بس ولكن يعني للتوضيح مثلا الواحد بيصلي بغرفة صغيرة مش زي مسجد ما يحتاج.
طبعا.
However, يعني further explanation. Let's say you're praying in your room. It's not a big room. You're praying and the wall in front of you. You don't need to do that. The only time you need to do this when you have a big hall like this. You don't pray to the air like this, right? You just put something in front of you. But if you're praying in a small room in your house, you don't need to do it.
طبعا إذا تعذر إن ما لقيتش مثلا عمود أو ما لقيتش سترة أو كذا فأنا صلاتي وسترتي هي في موضع سجود. يعني مثلا واحد يعدي من قدام 2 متر ما أروحش ورا أعمله كده لا هو موضع سجودي ده أو حتى المصليات دي حددتها يعني شفت المساجد التقسيم ده حدد موضع السترة بالضبط.
However, let's say we cannot find something, we are praying in a big hall, we cannot find something to put in front of us. So the rule is يعني our, let us say, space for prayer is where our head will come if we perform prostration. So anything after that, if somebody passes after that, sees away from us because they're just like what's drawn here on this carpet.
طبعا الحديث الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لما قال لبلال فليخط خطا ولا يضره من مر بين يديه. يعني الخط بتاعه خلاص واللي عدى قدامه عدى ملهوش دعوه بيه خلاص. وده يعتبر الخط دلوقتي.
And this is from the hadith that he told Bilal that if somebody praying should draw a line that is where he prostrate and anything that after that it doesn't hurt him. So which is this, our line is right here.
I've heard different rulings on this as well about the distance. There is no different rulings about this.
The distance?
Yeah. The minimum distance in order to pass in front of somebody without
موضع السجود. the position of
Prostration.
So, okay, so it makes sense. It's like their personal space, like you're invading their personal space.
Yeah.
So, somebody passes here.
Oh.
When I'm up,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. They invalidated my prayer.
Which is, as he said, was defined by this
What
in the
about
mosques
if-
or
what
the
about-
rugs or.
What about if pass?
Yeah, that's not allowed.
I mean, like, all the way.
وفي الحديث ألف آخر الحديث فليقاتله فإن معه الشيطان، يعني إنك المفروض طبعا القتال هنا مش قتال وقتل
شيء سكين
لا.
ومطوط ضربه في رقبته تنزل الرجال
واضربه
ولا اضربه في ظهره.
تسيب صلاتك وبتاع. لا هو الدفع عموما يعني إنك تدفع.
So he
بأي
said
طريقة.
that if somebody, let's say you are praying and he is coming to your personal space, let us say, the sunnah is to push him off. Don't let him go through your personal space. You don't have to push him off and knock him out. You know, just a little.
No jiu-jitsu?
No jiu-jitsu, no punch.
Just put your hand.
Because in the
Put your
hadith-
hand.
in the hadith it's mentioned like the literal translation you have to kill, but this is not like what is meant by
لا مو كل لا
Fight.
فليقاتله.
يقاتله
Fight.
fight. You have to fight, but it's
Resist, maybe.
resist.
yeah resist.
بس يعني خلينا نقول برضو على الحرم اللي بتصير.
طبعا في some exceptions يعني
سبحان الله.
في المساجد المزدحمة عموما في الحرم
الروضة الخضراء.
يعني however there is exceptions, which is the very crowded mosques in al-haram. In this people pass no problem.
In Mecca.
Because most people's understanding, as I understand it, is just they don't understand like what the distance is, what the proximity is that invalidates the prayer. Like even sometimes somebody walks here and your head is here, people will be upset by this. If you know it's outside of their space.
Oh yeah. يعني بقول لك بعض الناس ما بيعرفوا اني المسافة يعني اذا عديت من قدامهم يعني مسافة بعيدة شوية بتهتموا بالضيقة، ما بيستوعبوا اني انت مسافتك لهنا بس.
يعني إذا أنت عدوا من مسافة بعيدة هم
ايه
برضه بينزعج.
بينزعج.
العالم تنزعج.
هو الموضع السجود بس. أحيانا مثلا يحصل مثلا أنت طبعا يجوز إنك تاخذ واحد سترة، يعني واحد بيصلي قدامك فتصلي وراه على أساس إنه سترة، والراجل ده مشي مثلا.
تعرف ايش ندخلهم بشغلات عقائدية كتير حتضيعهم، يعني ما وصلوا لهالمستوى.
ماشي تمام.
This has happened to me. I'm maybe 3 months in embracing Islam. I'm prayer in Romania one.
Yeah.
Someone make like this, and then I make salam. then since he's stopping me, I told them to make salam to me. Salam.
You know, one time what happened to me, I went to Istanbul, and I went to the Grand Mosque in Istanbul, and it was Eid. So I saw this Turkish guy praying. So I came, my father, myself, and my son. So I said, okay, stand behind him. So I, tapped the guy so he knows I'm praying after him. So he pushed me. He said maybe he didn't understand what I'm trying to say. Then I pressed him again. And then, these Turkish guys, very, get very excited and they're red looking, I see him really got his neck, very red and he's upset. So I told him, leave him alone. I don't know what he believed. ما بعرف ايش بو يا اخي والله ما صرت له شيء. So we went and prayed somewhere else.
طبعا الطمأنينة في الركوع وفي القيام بعد الرفع منه وفي السجود وفي الطمأنينة في الصلاة عموما يعني.
Tranquility and peace in prayer throughout is mandatory as well.
فمن لم يطمئن في ركن من هذه الأركان فصلاته باطلة.
If a person that doesn't perform